This is it. This is it. This is the last night. I have mixed feelings. I'm gonna miss this quiet time when I get to be closed, but I think overall I would rather be here during the day and only have to deal with customers early in the morning because I am burnt out as all heck. I having a change of pace would be really nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna miss some of my nighttime people, but I'm so tired. I hope whoever replaces me does at least maybe 3/4 of the amount of work that I do, because I do a lot of work here at night as far as stocking and organizing and cleaning. I know I clean more than the person who had this shift before I did because I remember it always used to look really dirty and dingy in here because I've been coming to this as a customer for over 10 years now. Well over 10 years. And it used to be way grimier. And part of that is my manager, setting cleaning goals. And part of that is just me maintaining what we've cleaned up and, making sure it doesn't get gross and dingy again. Because it was quite gross. Apparently the cappuccino machine probably hadn't been cleaned in a year or whatever because it was nasty. And as a previous customer, I'm a little bit horrified by that because I used to drink from that cappuccino machine all the time because they used to have a Butterfinger flavor, and that was the best. I used to come here almost every night to get the Butterfinger flavor. I'm gonna miss the quietness of the stock room at night, late at night, when there's nobody here. I'm gonna miss being able to do all of this organizing at night like I do and making it look nice. I don't know if it's still gonna look nice once I'm no longer spending all of my time back here. What I'm not gonna miss is people coming in the middle of the night and banging on the door, demanding to be let in, or just going, hello, or trying to open the door over and over again. And hearing that car pull up just gives me that beat of anxiety, because I never know if they're gonna be the type of person to bang on the door, or if they're just gonna see the sign and leave. I don't know why we haven't updated the hours on Google, but there must be a reason. Maybe the company doesn't want the corporation that we're franchised to know that we're not 24 hours. But that seems silly. Hardly anyone is 24 hours anymore. Is that really an expectation? Because I don't think all of the stores for this particular corporation are 24 hours. I'm pretty sure they're not. 2 a.m. is a pretty reasonable time to close. If it were up to me, I would definitely change the hours online so that people are no longer confused, because we always get people who are not from here and are not familiar with the opening hours. Anyway, for my last night, tonight wasn't too bad. I saw a party going on down the street, so I was really, really expecting it to be chaotic and crazy tonight. But instead, it was just a typical Friday. Just a normal Friday. Busier than the rest of the week, but not, ridiculous. Although I did have a rush of people at, 1:55. Everyone's trying to get their beer right before 2. And then I had a couple people who were here just at 2, and I had to turn them away. Be like, sorry, man, you can buy a soda, but I can't sell you the beer. But they were chill about it. They didn't give me a hard time. They were just a little disappointed, which is understandable. I would be too. Looked like they were trying to get here just in time, and they just didn't make it. But that's it, I guess. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to make a video like this is. I will I'll try to figure something out because this has been really cathartic to me. It's like better than therapy, for real, real. But I don't know when. I have a few food review videos that I'll just pop out next week at some point. Dang, well, that's it. I guess I can't say goodbye because this isn't goodbye forever, but I will I will miss the night peacefulness. Frito-Lay will be here in the morning at 4. And that'll be the last time I do a Frito-Lay delivery. I've already done my last Pepsi delivery. I am gonna miss the delivery guys. They're pretty cool. I always felt a kind of camaraderie with the delivery guys, like a worker solidarity sort of thing, because we're both in the trenches, and I acknowledge that they're hard. Their job is way harder than mine, but I appreciate it. One last thing I forgot to mention because it happened early this morning and I completely forgot until just now. At like 4:30 in the morning, this big semi truck pulls up, and it is not one of our delivery guys. And I recognize the truck as being not one of ours. And the guy just comes in to get coffee. He pulls up the semi, gets out, comes in, gets a coffee, and then leaves. This morning, it was about 4:30. He came and he got his coffee, and then he came up to the counter and he pulls out a joint and sticks it in his mouth, and it's just hanging there in his mouth. And he points up at the lighters. He's like, "Can I get a Bic?" And I was like, "Give him a Bic," and ring him up. And then he walks off. He's always so grumpy looking. He never says like thank you, or he's just always like gruff. Gets his coffee and leaves. I don't think he wants to be there. I don't think he wants to be driving that truck. But Old Man Walking Stick was there, and he and I both looked at each other, and he goes, "Was that a rolled cigarette or was that a joint?" And I'm like, "It was definitely a joint. It was very green." And he goes, "You're not supposed to smoke weed when you've got a CDL." And I'm like, "I know, bro." This is crazy. Not only is he just like, it'd be one thing if you were smoking weed on your days off. It's like, whatever. You already got your license. I don't know when they do testing. But to smoke and then drive the semi truck? Like, I've got my tolerance down really well, but I would not drive a semi truck while smoking weed. That to me is just insane. And if he was to get into any kind of minor accident, even if he just knocked over some cones or something, and it was like written up as some kind of report, they would drug test him, and then he would lose his commercial driver's license. I've seen a lot of shit, and I know people smoke weed in like literally every profession. I've seen my delivery drivers do it at the pizza places that I worked at, but a semi truck driver is a new one. hopefully, hopefully he doesn't hit anyone. It was just crazy to me. I know we're in the weed country, but how's that for a last video? Well, I just had to get that story out real quick before I completely forgot about it, and then it's just gone poof forever. It's been really wonderful talking to you every night. I'll find a way to make it work. Thank you so much for sticking with me for so long. It's been like 10 months of making these videos, and I'm really appreciative of all of you who watch and who comment and who are just supportive in general. This has been really cool. It's not goodbye forever, but maybe a couple of weeks until I figure my stuff out. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And I'll see you all when I see you. Bye.